I bet that I could convince Margaret to marry me for money. I mean, I could give him that $1,000 from Brad. Lana, will you stop it? Yeah, I would like to stop it. Tell me what to do. I cannot tell you what to do. I gotta do something. I can't let Brad marry Jenny tomorrow.
Good afternoon, Dorian.
Marco, I was wondering if you were ever going to come back to home. Oh, yeah?
So, tell me, how was your dinner party last night? Stupendous?
Yes, stupendous.
A roaring success?
Definitely.
All the people left smiling and happy and like that?
All of them.
What about your servants? Were they happy too?
Oh, yes, they were very happy. In fact, the bartender we got who replaced you, well, we had a hard time making him go home. You know, Marco, I hope you had as good a vacation away from me as I did from you.
Accidents and babies and illness, and we never talk anymore.
It's true. And it's a shame since we have so much to talk about. We've shared so much.
Well, that's pretty much why I'm here. I was thinking about your immediate future, and that got me thinking about the past and what we've been through.
San Carlos, the earthquake?
Yeah, revolution, and you're getting hurt.
And you're carting me through the jungle? Saving my life?
I can't think of a life more worth saving.
That's sweet.
Well, it's the truth. I mean it. Of course, it has nothing to do with the fact that I was in love with you at the time.
Oh, come on. Even if you hated me, you would have carted me through the jungle to save my life.
I would not be too sure of that. No, but I've had time to get over being in love with you. But I don't think that I'll ever get over loving you. I care about you, and I want to be your friend. And I want you to know that if you ever need help, I'll be there.
Of course you'll be my friend. You sound as though you think that I might need your help. Why?
I guess I'm just feeling nostalgic. No. I'm just very aware of how much I care about you.
And the fact that I'm getting married?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a new phase in your life that you're embarking on.
You're not sure I should be embarking on that phase? Come on, be honest.
Okay, I was sitting at home and I was worrying about it, and I decided I won't worry about it. I'll come here and find all the reasons why I shouldn't be worried. Happy?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I need to hear.
And smile like you believe it. Brad, he's very serious now. He's changed a lot. He's made me change, too, for the better. And it took me a while to realize how much I want him. I just need him.
Okay. You convinced me. Congratulations. Well, what's this? I leave you alone for 5 minutes already in the arms of another man, huh?
Practicing for you.
Yeah. Well, you see, I'm trying out this hugging therapy at the hospital, and I thought I'd practice. No, how about I was congratulating her? And it's time to congratulate you, too. Thank you very much. I hope you know this is the best here. Good. I know, goodbye, guys. Good seeing you. Bye-bye, dear. All right. You know, for a moment,
moment there. I mean, just a little moment. I was really jealous.
I know. I saw it in your eyes. So? Did you go to the forest?
I did indeed. I bet you that's him. He said he was going to call right away. Yes. Hello? Hello? Hello?
The wrong number?
Yes, I think it was.
Next on One Life to Live.
It's a boy. Brad.
Lana will try anything to stop Brad from marrying Jenny.
You gotta tell her, Kathy.
Then, on General Hospital, Wallace tries to make the adoption legal,
Looks legitimate.
and a new identity is created for Heather's baby.
How much do I owe you?
But Diana has her mind made up.
I'm not gonna leave here without that baby.
General Hospital, after One Life to Live, beginning 1 hour from now on ABC.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm not very hungry, though.
Oh, all right. Maybe Brian and I can each have 1.5.
Well, I don't think he's very hungry either.
You still feeling bad?
Apparently.
What does that mean?
It means I don't know how he's feeling. He still won't talk to me. He won't look at me. He just stares at the floor, the ceiling, and pretends that I don't exist. What's the matter with me? Why didn't I just ask for Jenny? Let me talk to Jenny, Brad. That's what I should have said. That would have scared the hell out of him. He'll probably say wrong number or something, but he'll know I mean business. Honey, did you just finish making a call, or are you about to make one? Because I just picked up the extension in the kitchen to make a call, and I heard a man's voice saying hello. I dialed, and I changed my mind. Were you calling Brad? No? But he's the one who asked. Who was that?
It's wrong number.
Don't you think you ought to get back to work?
What's the dead here?
Never mind, I have a million things to do before the wedding.
It's going to take place, isn't it?
Brad, have you decided what to do about your father?
Why don't we just ignore him? Maybe he'll go away.
That's not right, Brad.
You think we should invite him?
Yes.
Didn't it ever occur to you that he might not want to be there, that it might just cause him a lot of pain?
Yes. But I think we ought to invite him and let him make that decision. If I only had some kind of clue as to what's going on. Is there anything that you can remember Brian saying that'll help me figure this out?
Nope. Absolutely nothing. I've asked him what's wrong so many times, I'm beginning to sound like a broken record.
He looks at me with such hatred. When I try and touch him, well, it's frightening.
Well, he's not giving me that, but he's not opening up either. By the way, you told Tony about this yet?
No, not yet, but I will the next time I see him. I think he has a right to know.
Well, sure. probably think that it was all my doing.
No, I'm sure he won't think anything of the kind.
I might if I were in his place. What about you, Pat? You holding anything back from me?
Like what?
Well, like some half-hidden thought that I might have done something to try to influence Brian.
To influence him against you?
No, not against you, but just against this whole mixed-up situation.
I don't think he would ever do anything like that.
Jenny, first of all, I think you'd have to be some kind of a masochist to want to be there. I mean, he's in love with you. Why make him go through the ordeal standing around watching us get married?
I think it would be more painful for him not to be there.
Well, I don't agree.
Look, Brad, if it were just you and I going somewhere and getting married, it might be different, but all our friends are going to be here. My parents are going to be here.
I didn't know that, really? Well, that's good.
How am I going to explain to them that he's not here?
Well, why do you have to explain?
Because they know all about your family. When I was working for your father, I wrote to them. I told them how much I respected him, how much I liked working with him. It's going to be very peculiar for them not to see him there.
Well, then, why don't we just avoid the issue? You know, tell him that he's at a medical conference somewhere.
I can't lie to my mother and father.
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to tell him the truth? Tell him that the old man and I competed for you and that I won?
Brad, please.
Well, that's the truth.
Not really. Even if it were, I wouldn't use the truth to hurt someone.
Look, I don't understand this, Jenny. You want someone at the wedding who doesn't want us to get married and who doesn't believe the whole thing's going to last 10 minutes anyway.
Brad, I want your father to be invited. I want us to write a note and invite him and make it very clear that he'll be welcome. Otherwise, it's just a public slap in the face. It's very humiliating for him.
Yeah, and what about his big spiel about how we weren't suited to each other?
He was saying that out of love and concern.
Nonsense. He was saying that out of envy and jealousy.
If you believe that, then you should feel sorry for him.
Is it that important to you?
It's that important to your father.
I don't give a damn about him. But if it's that important to you, I'll give in because I love you.
Yes, it's that important.
All right. Well, then just take it as proof of how much I love you. Go ahead and invite him.
Thank you.
All right. Well, where's my reward for being a perfect person, huh?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now, go to work.
Yes, ma'am. You know, actually, I'm rather glad that you talked me into this.
Oh, good.
No, I think it's going to prove to him once and for all that you and I are right for each other and we're secure enough to make that kind of a gesture.
Well, I think it proves something, too.
What?
That there's still a part of you that wants to get approval from your father. Who are you trying to call? Jenny? Have you decided to tell us? Yes? What's stopping you? Fear? You're afraid of Jenny? Yeah. She's got that big, shining halo over her all the time, and it scares the hell out of me. I mean, how do you stand up to someone who wanders around the world being good and kind and sweet all the time, and how do you relax with a saint? Well, now, come on. I don't think it's as serious as all that, is it? No. Because if she really was a saint, somebody out there would have steered her away from Brad Vernon. Well, I don't know if that would be really possible, even with the help of someone up there. Why not? Well, I'm not sure. I think there are a number of things involved. I mean, Naomi's death, for one, and Brad's weaknesses. Brad's weaknesses? You gotta be kidding. All right, his needs. That take care of me little boy lost performance. I mean, it works. Certainly you're aware of that. That was a surefire act. Yeah, well, it has been since the beginning of time. Do you think that's what hooked Jenny? I don't know. I would imagine she doesn't know herself. Do you think Jenny's really in love with Brad? I think she believes she is. I guess otherwise she wouldn't have said she'd marry him, right? Of course not. Well, so then maybe I'd be doing her a favor if I told her what kind of guy he really is. Yeah, but do you think she'd believe you? What's she gonna do if I tell her I'm pregnant? Call me a liar? Oh, Lana, is that the sort of news you want to break to someone over the telephone? Hey, Kathy, well, that's not the sort of news I want to break to someone over anything. But nevertheless, you did make the phone call. Yeah, and I chickened out with Brad answered. All right, what does happen now? If I do it at all, I gotta do it face to face. What do you think? Oh, honey, I feel at this point that whatever I think is irrelevant. I mean, I'm here, I want to be a friend to you, and whatever decision you make, I'll back you up. I gotta tell her, Kathy. Well, then tell her. You're gonna have nerves. Well, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take this typewriter upstairs and pray it'll say something to me. Give you a little time to think it over and decide what you are going to do. But whatever it is, I will back you up. Maybe I'll have it later.
Okay. Hey, I hate leaving you like this.
Come on, don't be silly. One of us has to hold down the jobs.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, sure. I'll be fine.
Look, don't worry. He'll come around.
Of course he will. Jansen, please. I don't care if you have to page him. Please do so. I must speak to him immediately. Hightailed it over to Logan's, paid retail price for a dress that can't hold a candle to hers. There's something you like, though, something pretty. Oh, sure, it's fine. Nobody looks at anyone but the bride, anyway. You getting excited, Jenny? Yes. Yeah, I'm very excited. Every time I'm with Brad, I realize what a very special marriage we're going to have. It can be very, very open and very lovely when he wants to be. I hope he wants to be all the time. Well, we both want to make each other happy, and that's all that counts. Jenny, can I ask you one question? What? Why do I sometimes get the feeling that you're frightened of something? Because you're a mind reader. And it wasn't my imagination. No, it wasn't. I'm frightened because the only other time I was this happy, I lost everything. Tim and I had all that happiness right in our hands, and then in one moment it was taken away. he's behaving, strangely. You see, for some reason, he's decided that he hates me.
Hates you? He actually said that?
Those were his exact words. And in case I missed the point, he has been demonstrating it with every look and action.
What happened?
I know nothing.
I see. One day he just wakes up and decides to hate his mother.
Yes, that is exactly what happened.
Well, come on, Pat, there's got to be a reason.
There is no reason. I didn't do anything.
Pat, I think you do know the reason. Brian didn't have these problems before Kendall moved in here. Now, how do you know what Kendall says to Brian when your back is turned?
I would never say anything to Brian that would hurt him.
Kendall would say anything or do anything if he thought that he had a chance to get you two back together again. Did you call it, Doctor?
Peter should be here any minute.
Good, because I'm going to wait.
Come on.
Pat, I'm sorry.
You know, I am just barely hanging on. I really don't need you to turn on me now.
Pat, look, I said I was sorry.
Don't even be scared. I'm so scared. Well, the dress I'm thinking about is beige.
Well, what's the matter with Paige?
Well, Jenny will probably wear blue. I mean, she often does, you know.
Well, now, why am I getting the feeling that I'm missing a very, very important point here? Or am I getting a little senile?
No, I mean, the thing is that no one is supposed to be lighter than the bride.
Well, I better not show up then.
Oh, come on, you know what I mean.
Oh, sure, honey, I know what you mean. Listen, you wear a beige dress or a green dress. Just whatever kind of color you want to wear, as long as it's pretty.
What did you wear when Ed and Carla got married?
Something pretty.
Okay.
I don't remember, but I know Clara wore white, and that made that I was darker than the bride.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I remember my daughter's wedding. Oh, it was a good man. And he still is a good man. And it was a good marriage. So it goes to show just how little it takes to make a mother happy.
Can I tell you something, Sadie?
You just go on and tell me whatever you want to tell me.
I'm thinking of getting an apartment. I mean, you know, with the money that I'm making at the health club, and then I'm helping Tony out and making money there, I think I can afford it now.
But what about your father?
I'll be the one who's paying. No, wait, I don't think we're talking about the same thing here.
Well, I'm just wondering how lonely your father would be if you would move away.
Well, I mean, it's going to happen sooner or later, right? I mean, it has to.
But what's going to happen to your father? Who's going to take care of him?
Well, you know, it's not that I don't appreciate him. I mean, I'm grateful for all that he's done for me all these
That's
years.
good.
No, but Brad seems to make more sense.
Why?
Well, because... All right, well, Brad thinks that Dad sets himself up for his own problems.
Oh, maybe you all do pretty much. I don't think.
Well, no, Brad knows what he's talking about.
Yep.
Jenny's invited me to the wedding.
All right.
Well, that means that Brad invited you also.
I don't know.
Oh, no, now, I'm sure that Jenny wouldn't invite you without discussing it with Brad.
Yeah, you know she wouldn't do that.
So, there you are. They both want you to come to the wedding, right?
Right.
Well, That's it. Now, if you'll just excuse me, I have some to do in the kitchen.
Hey, are you still accept the invitation?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
It's taking an awful long time.
I know, but maybe that's good. Maybe he's getting Brian to talk.
Hi.
Hi.
How's Brian?
He's just been with him over the last 10 hours. We really don't know.
Hello, Tony.
You know, how is he?
Oh, life was happening.
Here, where's it? Come here.
Wait a minute. Sit down and talk about it. Please. First of all, there's nothing to be alarmed about now. And yet, by the same token, I am damned if I can figure out why these headaches have to continue to persist.
Well, it's all right.
And what is wrong with him?
Now, it seems that before I arrived, Brian heard some voices down here. He heard Tony's voice. Now, for some reason, that upset him. I mean, it really disturbed him. He began upset enough to cry. Now, he cried for a good long time. I mean, I stayed with him until he quieted down, but it took a very long time. Now, I think that Brian should be admitted to the Children's Pavilion. I think we should run a series of tests on him, because I think it's very important that we find out the cause of these headaches. Of course, it's up to the parents. I'll do whatever you say. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Good, I'll phone the hospital. Excuse me. Admissions, please. Oh, this is Dr. Jansen. I'd like to arrange for a room in the Children's Pavilion for a patient. His name is Brian Kendall.
Lana? Yeah. I was expecting you for hours. Change of plans. Why don't you do it Tony's place? Oh, yeah, well, I called and I told him I'd be late. Oh, I mean, it's okay. It's okay, because I got somebody, one of the other girls to cover for me. Oh, you mean Tony didn't mind? I was lucky. Tony wasn't there. Well, I hope you're not doing anything to jeopardize your job. Oh, I don't think so. Well, Tony Lord is not exactly the person to push around. Yeah, well, Kathy, there's something very important that I have to do, and I don't want to put it off anymore. Well, why don't I fix us some dinner? I thought I was going to be here all alone, so it didn't seem worth the while, but now that you're here. I ran into Brad on the street. Brad? Yeah, I'm down at the bus stop. He's waiting for me. Waiting for you? Yeah, well, he just wanted to tell me how happy I'm going to be when I get to Los Angeles and have the abortion. Oh, Lana, will he never stop? I guess not. Help me make up my mind now. He figured I was the one that called Jenny's apartment earlier. Bright boy. Yeah. He's scared to death of what I might do. What are you going to do? Kathy, now remember what I said. I said act first, talk later.
been surprised that fiancé of yours.
I just realized how much I miss her.
Danny, you do seem happy. I am. I'm happier than I've ever been since, well, I don't know. And tomorrow you're going to marry. You're happy, yes? And I hope to hold on to it for the rest of my life. You know what this reminds me of in a way. What? Maybe I should make a parallel. Why not? Go ahead. Well, your bright eyes, your enthusiasm, your confidence, it reminds me of a moment we shared years ago. And then we were both quite like you are now. I'm talking about just before we took our vows. Oh, yes, our schooling was finished. We made our commitment. We knew what we were going to do with our lives. And, well, we were happy and proud in our decision. Why are you bringing that up now? I was just struck by the similarity in you. Yeah, you are such a beautiful person. You were so dedicated to others. The Lord certainly lost a good worker when you left us.
By the fact that you're getting married.
She is. More than you know. She sort of picked out Jenny for me right after we came to land here.
Really?
You know, she just knew that Jenny was the right person for me. I wondered who she was. I knew it too. The only person we had to convince was Jenny.
Obviously, you have.
Mother would be so pleased. I just wish you were alive to know it.
Agatha, I'm sure that God understands that he hasn't lost a worker just because I left the order. I'll always do his work, even here in the outside world. Of course you're doing his work, and I'm sure he understands. You know, I just mean that you were so promising. I was sure you were going to make a better nun than I. Just too bad that the order lost you. So God hasn't lost me. Never will. I'll always do what I can for people. But now I have a life as a person, as a woman. Which is obviously what you need. Yes. There are some people like you who can make a decision early, when they're very young, and stick to it. But I hadn't seen enough. I haven't experienced enough to know what my real values were, my real feelings. I thought I could be contented with spiritual love. And I found out that I couldn't, that I wanted personal love. I wanted to give it and to receive it. Of course. I do understand that, Penny. You know, sometimes I look around me and I question what I may be missing. But then God answers that for me and I'm at peace again. Things just worked out differently for us, that's all. And I have your blessing. Certainly you he's adorable. He has blonde hair and blue eyes and a very intense, when he laughs, they laugh. When he's angry, they shoot daggers. He's very unpredictable. You never know what he's going to say next, and that kind of makes him exciting. It makes him a little scary, too. Scary? Well, he has a bad temper, and he does have a little growing up to do. When I first met him, he was kind of shallow and materialistic, but he has changed now a lot. And I've changed, too. We're helping each other to grow. I think we're going to have a wonderful life together. I'll certainly pray for your happiness. I don't know what to do.
Well, come on, let's sit down and... You want some coffee?
No, nothing.
Something to eat. Pat, you really should get to home.
I want to stay right here.
But that's what Peter told you specifically not to do. Look, as far as we know, Brian is not seriously ill. Now, you're not going to do yourself or him any good by sitting here.
So I'm going to go home and sit and worry. Now, what difference is it going to make?
Come on, Pat, we'll go over to the restaurant and we'll have a good dinner. I think that's a good idea. Look, I'll stay around here for a couple of hours, okay? Just in case. But then I have to go over to the office to do some work.
What if they want to find us?
I'll give Peter my phone number where he can reach me. And they can call you in the restaurant. Pat, you really shouldn't be alone.
I don't know. Well, what do you think?
It's lovely. You'll be beautiful in it.
You think Brad will think so?
Honey, Brad would think you're beautiful in a burlap bag.
Oh, Anna, I feel like I'm 16 years old. We'll make that 13.
You'll get over it.
Hi.
Oh, here.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
Ladies, I will wait while you comb your hair, get into your coats. We're going out.
We are.
We are indeed. I want to take my wife and the bride-to-be out for a sumptuous and very expensive dinner.
Oh, Jim, we just ate a half an hour ago.
Oh, well, why did you do that?
Because when you didn't come home on time and didn't phone, we just assumed this would be like any other night, and we didn't know when you were going to show up.
Well, but I was sending you psychic messages not to eat all day long. You should have picked them up.
Why didn't you pick up the phone and not rely on vibrations? It would have worked out.
I know. I'm sorry. It's been a terribly long, difficult, busy day. I'm awfully sorry. What's all this? Looks like Christmas around here.
I know, it's amazing. Every time the doorbell rang, it was another present.
I see something I recognize. A blender. You'll probably get 3 or 4 of those before this is over.
As a matter of fact, I just got 2 in the last hour.
And Jim, look, from Joe and Vicky, silver candlestick.
Silver candlesticks, yes, of course. That's a very apt gift for those 2 crazy romantics to send. I'll bet they have breakfast by candlelight. Where's Brad? I kind of expected he'd be here.
No, we decided that we wouldn't see each other the night before the wedding.
Ah.
But I insisted, and Brad sort of went along grudgingly.
I'm sure of that. Well, everything all said? You're about ready here?
I think so, except every now and then some little thing pops in my head that we've forgotten or should be attended to. Listen, at 1 o'clock tomorrow, this wedding is going to come off on schedule.
Jenny. I can't wait to see you in that wedding gown. Don't be surprised if I get a little teary-eyed when you say I do.
Listen, Jim, someone has to be composed during the ceremony, and I know it's not going to be me.
Oh, Jim, look what I got.
Huh?
A letter from Eileen.
Oh.
She says that she knows that I'll be happy, and she knows that Tim wanted my happiness more than anything in the world, and that if he knows that I'm getting married today, that he's happy.
Well, that's very nice. Okay.
that table over there. Oh, Becky. I was just thrilled that we both had to work late and then met coming out of the office. Because we didn't have much of a chance to talk at Dorian's party. And I so much want to get to know you. Yeah, sure. I only have about an hour because I have to be at Lansdowne at 4 a.m. meeting with Dorian. But I'm sure we can cover a lot of territory in that time, don't you think? Boy, you deputies work all the time, don't you? It seems like that. It's in the blood. Oh, tell me. Didn't you just love Dorian's party? Well, it was all right. All right? I'd like to see your idea of a fabulous party. Oh, the atmosphere was so stimulating. All those exciting, intelligent, well-educated, wealthy people. It was wonderful. Well, I ain't exactly any of them things. Don't put yourself down, Becky. You must never do that. I wasn't doing that. I was just speaking the truth. Oh. Where is that waitress? So tell me, how did you ever meet Richard? I didn't exactly meet him. It's more like he met me. What does that mean? Well, can I help you? My dear, we were so worried that maybe you had died on your last trip into the kitchen. Well, no. We're just very busy right now. What would you like? Well, we'll just be having drinks. I'll have a scotch and water. You got any soda pop? Soda pop? Something wrong with that? No, it's certainly not. Well, I'm just thirsty, that's all. I'll take an orange pop. Fine. So you were telling me about Richard. How you met? Well, the first time was right here, Tony's place. I was looking for a job singing, but he only got piano. So then the next time we ran into each other was in the park. And then every time I turned around, there he was. Well, it happened so much, I began to think he was spying on me. Spying on you? Well, I just meant that's the way it felt. I mean, every time I turned around, there Richard was. Oh, see now, that's just what I was talking about. What? Well, I'm sitting here, and Richard just walked in the door. I didn't know you were going to be here. I know. Well, that don't make no difference. He's got some kind of radar when it comes to me. Richard, dear, hello.
Certainly is a surprise.
Not to me.
How long have you been here?
Just a few minutes. We met in the office after work.
Can I have a beer, please?
I'll take it. Orange soda. Now you're here, too. Wonderful.
So, how are you?
I had a wonderful day. It was the kind of day where the thoughts came so quickly, hardly had time to put them down on paper. You know that feeling, don't you?
Yeah, it's a good feeling. How was your day?
You know what my day was like, Richard. Just like all my other days. I pick up and I drop off, and I pick up and I drop off. And I go from this floor to that floor, this floor to that floor. Real exciting work.
Yeah, well, now that our day is over, we can relax and have dinner. Here I started eating alone. I've got two lovely young ladies to eat with.
Well, you got just one lovely lady. Edwina here, her day ain't over. She's got to meet Miss Gordon for another appointment.
Oh, that's too bad. So I guess it'll just be the two of us, huh, Becky?
Guess so. Well, I'm sure you can still have a good time.
Well, we'll try.